verse 6, 7 and 8, all three of them are woven into a similar meaning. So 3, he named the 2 types of deluded people. 4, the mechanical ritualists or the Kriyajan. 5, dry intellectualists or barren scholars or Shushkagnani. So now he has some message, some recommendation for both these type of people, both the categories, to come on the true path of a realization, which is the cause of liberation. Atmagnan, which is the cause of mukti. Moksha marg. So the first thing you need to attain is self-realization. So you can say path of self-realization also, or you can say path of liberation also. Okay? So we start with the verse 6th. Link. So, having described the nature of mechanical ritualists and dry intellectualists, now, in verse 6 and 7, establishes the importance of renunciation, detachment, to join both the groups on the path of liberation. So, in verse 6, it is vairagyadi, so detachment, etc. And in verse 7, it is tyaga viragana chittama, so tyag means renunciation, vairagya means detachment. So basically, verse 6 is on the importance of detachment, etc. in the spiritual pursuit, of course. So, to join both the groups on the path of liberation, he says,
Vairagyadi safar to jo saha atam gnan temaj atam gnanini prapti tana nidan.
on the screen, Vairagyadi, detachment, etc. So what does this etc. mean? I'll be telling you. It's not only about Vairagya. This stanza is not only about Vairagya. All the pious feelings, detachment, renunciation, charity, compassion, devotion, worship, all the tools. So some people have the feeling 6th and 7th is regarding Vairagya. It's not, it's Vairagyadi. So Adi means etc. Vairagya means detachment, detachment, etc. etc. Safalato, safal, successful, fruitful, meaningful, safal. To only if, jo saha atam gnan, only if it is along with self-realization, with atmagnan. All these practices are fruitful or meaningful only if it is with, along with atmagnan or say self-realization. This is the meaning of the first line. Now the second line. Temaj, some interpreted it as and, some as or. So I put both, and, or. Atam Gnani, self-realization. Prapti Tana, to attain. Nidan, purpose. Sole reason means only reason, Rushabh. SOLE means only or goal. I know you ask me to just build a relationship with me, that also I know, but I'll always condemn your ways. So the short meaning, detachment and other pure feelings like renunciation, compassion, charity, you can add one more, worship, devotion, etc., are fruitful if accompanied with the experiential knowledge of the soul or soul self-realization. So whenever I use the word self-realization, I mean the experiential knowledge of the soul, not just information on the soul, whenever I use the word self-realization. They are also the means for self-realization if practiced for the sole reason to achieve it. I'll explain. So basically, what does this stanza deal with? Detachment, etc., means all the different tools I said. This stanza shows the vital importance of all these tools in your spiritual pursuit. Adhyatmik mehnat, પુરુષાર્થ માં આ બધાનું શું સ્થાન છે? What is the place of these practices or these tools like detachment, vairagya, renunciation, tyag, worship, bhakti, devotion, say vinay, reverence, charity, dan, compassion, karuna, all these practices or all these tools, what is its significance on the spiritual path? So he clearly states the vital importance of these tools on this in this spiritual journey, especially if we take detachment, because the first word is vairagya. So somewhere he used that word first, vairagya. So vairagya would mean detachment. Many a times we do experience detachment, yes or no? But we experience detachment when we are in physical pain, emotional stress. Suddenly you feel detached from restaurants and movies and fashion and everything when you are in physical pain, right? Or emotional stress or loss of some dear ones. We really feel detached. We are not bothered, we are not interested, we don't find it important. Worldly entanglements or sensual objects or experience. Suddenly we feel detached. But because this is not out of a true understanding of the transitory nature of worldly objects. What is the true understanding? The transitoriness of the worldly objects. So this is true understanding, but your detachment is not coming from true understanding. So you must be understanding what I am saying, dukkha garbhita vairagya. Because it is not coming out from the true understanding, what happens? It does not stay long. It won't stay long. When I was suffering from piles, and I don't know if it's something else, fistula, what, I don't know. So surgery karav so tar khabar padse, but I didn't feel like eating anything. Didn't feel like talking to anyone. Not that my detachment is not true. Just giving an example. Just giving an example. But if it's not with a true understanding, because once you are fine, you want everything. So then I would say it was not from true understanding. If it is with true understanding, even in Punya Uday, you would feel the same. Useless, right? So just explaining Vairagya, but the purpose of the stanza is not Vairagya. Vairagya is one of the things he wants to say. So be very clear, it's Vairagyadi. Vairagya Adi. Adi means etc. Means Vairagya, comma, other tools. But speaking about Vairagya, because you have used the first word as Vairagya, and that is also of significance. Like in verse 18, he will say, Manadi Shatru Maha, when he's talking about the deadly foes, enemies. Foes means enemies. So, deadly enemies. So, why didn't he use anger? Why didn't he use greed? Why did he use pride or ego as the first word? That's also important. I don't know how much I'll be able to explain that. I have my limitations. But Vairagya, so I'm just talking a little bit of Vairagya and then we go to the main significance of the verse. So if it comes from the true nature, understanding the true nature, if that detachment comes from the understanding of the true nature, then only can it be helpful in your spiritual journey. Got it? So let's go, let's see what message is given in this verse. Vairagyadi means detachment, etc. I named all the different tools. Bhakti, puja, vrata, austerities, vows. Vrat means vows, tap means austerities, penance, etc. All of these. So all of the activities you have been doing, everything comes in Vairagyadi. Whatever activities in the name of spirituality, whatever activities you do, comes in this Vairagyadi. Are they important or they are not necessary? This is the question of a seeker, aspirant. Should we be doing all this bhakti, satsang, tapa, vrata, puja, should we do? Or just self-awareness is okay, fine, for self-realization. So if he is having a question like this, Prabhu is answering it here. So Vairagyadi, when is it meaningful or successful? Safal to, when is it safal? When can you say all this is successful, meaningful, fruitful? When? Jo saha atam gnan. Only if it is with Atma Gnan, self-realization. This is the meaning conveyed in the first line of this verse. So beautifully. Why? It can be fruitful if it's accompanied with self-realization. Why? Because it will help you to abide in yourself more and easily. Because you are practicing Tyag, Vairagya, so you are not engaged in sensual activities, more time for the self, right? So it helps in the abidance of the self, number one. Number two, it stops the flow of the karmas, because you are not undertaking such activities. So, stoppage of the karmic flow, karma bandh ocho. Stopping of the karmic flow. And third, shedding of the karma in large quantities. Correct? Vipul karmani nijara. Shedding. Because Atmagnan, along with all this Tyag, Vairagya, Tap, Vrata, means you are shedding karmas in large quantities. Number four, quick growth on this path. Quicker. Your journey becomes quicker. So four things. Helps in the abidance of the self, Atmasthirta. Stopping of the karmic flow, karma bandhocho. Shedding of the karmic particles in quantities, large quantities. Vipul, Gani, Karma Nijara. Swaso, Swasma, Gnani sheds so much karmas. Every breath. Not every activity, every breath. And number 4, quicker growth. Growth to che, but along with this, the growth is quicker. 4 things. So if all these practices, Vairagyadi, are accompanied with self-realization, benefits 4. Very clear? So it's something like this. What is the value of 0? Nothing. But if you put 1 in front of the 0, what is the value of 0? Tenfold. You realize? So that 1 is Atmagnan or self-realization. That 0 is all these practices, Vairagya, Bhakti, charity, etc. Accompanied with 1, it holds great value. So that's exactly what he conveys here. Vairagyadi safal. Jo saha, if it is along with self-realization. Beautiful. So even a self-realized soul or even a gnani needs to practice this to completely annihilate his fluctuations. Complete. As a bhakt, you will say a Sadguru needs nothing, to do nothing. But as a sadhak, even a Sadguru who is a gnani, if he is accompanied with tyag, vairagya, etc., there is a complete annihilation of the little fluctuations also. So even a gnani needs to practice this. So wonderfully conveyed in the first stanza. First line of this stanza or this verse. Therefore, these practices are useless before self-realization. Because in the first line, he says, it is successful if accompanied with self-realization, meaning it is successful after self-realization. So the whole beauty of this verse is after and before. And the first line is for after self-realization. The second line is before self-realization. Thus. So what did I say? What did I conclude up till now? That it is fruitful if it is practiced after self-realization. So what's going in my mind? Okay, before self-realization it is totally useless. But that's wrong. So beautifully, that's why I said very condensed, very compact and very complete. So just reading the first line, you will get an impression that all this is successful or meaningful only after self-realization, not before self-realization. Correct? See the beauty of his clarity and the way he communicates the whole message. So complete. So he is not negating all these practices even before self-realization. He did not say it was unnecessary. He does not say it is useless. Read the second line of the verse. Temaj and or Atam Gnani Prapti Tana Nidan. If it is practice with the sole reason, only reason of attaining self-realization and no other reason, then again it is successful. To attain self-realization. If all these are practiced after self-realization, it is helpful in attaining absolute liberation. If it is performed before self-realization, but with the only goal of self-realization, it is successful to attain self-realization. Now again you'll feel it's common sense, no? The beauty is, after we understand, we feel it is common sense. But this only reason is very, very important. Only reason of self-realization. So if practiced for the sole purpose of self-realization, then it helps to cultivate worthiness, yogyata, in you for self-realization. All these practices. We'll be explaining in detail in the next verse how, why. But it will cultivate that worthiness, that patrata, that yogyata in you. How? So after self-realization, how does all these practice help? Abidance in the self, stoppage of new karmas, shedding of the old karmas in large quantities, and quicker growth on the path of liberation. Right? Now another for this. I told you I make it a little dramatic, okay? 4. Number 1, it helps you to reduce your passions, your vasanas. Keep any one word. It helps to reduce your passions, your vishay, your kashai, etc. Number 2, helps purifying your mind. Tamara manne, chitne, pavitra karvama, it helps you. Pure karvama, it helps you. Number 3, intensifies your love for satsang, for self, atma prem vadhare. And number 4, gives you that opportunity for self-awareness. See, less of your social, I don't know if it's right, but less of your social activities. You are in the ashram, so all that is tyag. You know, your clubs and pubs and everything is gone, your restaurants and all, just minus the Hebrews and everything. So, less of this activity, you are getting more time, right? For self-awareness, for study. So 4 things. What? Reducing, purifying your mind, then intensifying your love for spirituality in general, and more time, more opportunity for inner work or say self-awareness. So is it making clear? These practices, how does it benefit after self-realization? 4 things. Before self-realization, with the sole purpose of self-realization, it helps this way. 4 things. So by practicing this, you cultivate worthiness, yogyata, virtues, guna, yogyata and gun needed for self-realization. 2 things, yogyata, your patrata increases, and your virtues also increases. And so, he ascertains that the importance of all these practices after self-realization in the first line and before self-realization in the second line, thus recommending the Kriya Jad and Shushka Gnan, both the groups, that you must be doing all this to increase your worthiness on this path. So detachment, renunciation, worship, vows, austerities, charity, compassion, etc. are beautiful practices on the spiritual path. However, just giving up, when I say renunciation, renounce, so just giving up, you are going to accomplish very less. Maybe suppression, maybe self-control. You might increase your willpower. See, willpower, you cannot say it's a spiritual virtue. It can help in your spirituality. Some people have such willpower, they decide to do something wrong and they do it because they have a strong willpower. So, willpower, if it is in the right direction only, then it's a spiritual virtue, not in itself. So, maximum you might accomplish self-control, or very bad, suppression, because you want to satisfy it, but for any reason, you would want to postpone it, for any reason. So, giving up without a true understanding, you are going to accomplish too less. But if it is with the sole reason to attain self-realization, then it can be a medium, it can be a means, it can be a ladder to attain self-realization. I will be using 2-3 words because some people don't understand some words. You can write only one. It can be means to attain self-realization if it is with the sole purpose. Or a medium, madhyam, mean, karan, or a step in the ladder to go higher. So there was that monk who comes to an enlightened master and saying, what do I do for self-realization? I have already renounced 3 things, abhaya, 3 things, wine, woman and wealth. I have already renounced all 3. What else should I be doing to attain self-realization? I have already renounced 3 W's. So wine, when woman means, I don't mean wife, but other than wife, okay? So wine, woman, wealth, I have renounced all this. I have renounced colored clothes also. I hate colored clothes. I like white clothes, wearing only white. I eat less. I sleep less. I hate lazy people who get up at 8. I like people. You should see their mornings. In the mornings, 6 o'clock, we are almost done with everything. Then from 6 to 7, we just keep alpha meditation, alpha music. You should come once in a room. We'll go away if you all come. So I hate lazy people. I love people who wake up early. I do wake up very early. And the enlightened master, with a broad smile, with a broad, warm smile. The smiles of a Sadguru is always warm. You will not find him condemning you even if he is tokoing you. As if he is correcting you for your good. You are his. He feels you. So with a broad, warm smile, the Guru, the enlightened master, only says, doesn't it occur to you that you should renounce hate? I hate lazy people and I hate colored clothes. So all this, you have been doing, practicing, but there is that hate within you. So doesn't it occur to you that you need to actually renounce hate for true renunciation? Got it? So how beautifully the message is conveyed in the first line. all these practices are meaningful or successful after self-realization. Why? So you have to just write 4 points. But it does not mean it is useless before self-realization. It helps other way in increasing your worthiness and virtues. And how does that happen? 4 points. You are done.
वैराग्यादि सफल तो जो सह आत्मज्ञान तेमज आत्मज्ञाननी प्राप्ति
So once you have understood the meaning of the verse, you can't sing the way you are singing. You have to punctuate at the right place. Te maj and the second part. Now you have understood the meaning, right? So vairagyadi safalato jo sah atmagnan te maj. Now the second part is starting. Add a little drama to it, you know. So if practiced with the sole reason of self-realization, then it will help you in self-realization. But if not practiced with the sole reason, detachment can't, listen to this, detachment can cause loneliness. મારે રિટ્રીટ લેવી છે, મારે 12 કલાકનું મૌન લેવું છે, આજે જે લીધું તે. By the end of the day, you'll feel lonely, depressed, because the inner calling is to talk and communicate. Because the sole reason is only not there of self-realization. And it's a fashion now that if everyone is doing, even I should be doing. So if that is not the reason, it's just imitating others. If that is your reason, you might feel lonely. Since 1985 to 89, every day I used to take 12 hours a month. And that has to be in the daytime, before sunset. So hardly 2-3 hours in the evening I would talk, and then again night. So from 85 to 89, then I started 12 hours, 24 hours mount for 3 days continuous. That went on for 12 years, till 2001. So different forms of practices. But if it's not with the sole reason of liberation, I'm very clear, it might cause loneliness, depressed, because you are in your loop thinking. You are going deep into your mood. If it's not a good mood, then you are going deeper into that mood. Or if it's done with, if it's happily done also, but that reason of self-realization is not there, you'll go to Devlok. But you won't attain liberation. So that sole reason is so important.